Hi, I'm Sean Carlock. Welcome to Send It 19. Today we're going to go over stock options, and I don't mean the Wall Street kind. We're going to look at different stocks. We're going to look at the different options on the stocks and why you may want to choose one stock over another based on your personal preference. With all of our stocks, my recommendation is that we do a couple modifications to them. If the stock does not come with an adjustable cheek piece, I want one on there. There's lighter weight versions, there's heavier weight versions, and we'll go over a few of those. There's a couple of other things. For sling mounting options, I like flush cups, because now if you have a stud in the back of the gun, you have the bag hanging up on the stud. If you have flush cups, they can glide right over it, but you can still get a sling in it. The other thing that we almost insist on, or highly recommend anyway, is that you put a heavy-duty bipod mount in the front. Almost everybody's running a bipod of some sort, and whether you run a Picatinny rail or whether you run one that hooks onto a stud like the Harris, get a good solid bipod mount there that's not going to come loose, it's not going to bend or break. I've seen a ton of the studs bent, broken, or terminally loose because they've been wallered out from the bipod coming loose and getting rattled around on there. So we'll show you some of those features on a stock. We'll go over some other stocks here, and we'll get one bedded up. We'll show you what good bedding looks like, and we'll get our project on the road. We're getting close to closing this baby up. Okay, stock features. We put a flush cup in each end, and just ahead of the flush cup in the front, we put a heavy-duty bipod mount. This eliminates getting bent studs or broken studs off and gives you a good flush place for a sling to go, but you can still run a rear bag against in the back. This is our saddle style cheek piece that we like to put on most of our rifles. It only adds a few ounces to the gun. It's easy to collapse, easy to get back up. You don't have to use a thumb wheel, and you can adjust it with just a couple coins. Okay, let's talk about stock features and which ones you may want to look at using and the different kinds you can get. First, let's talk about cheek pieces. First on our stock here, we have no cheek piece. We have just a standard comb on here, and in this day and age of long-range rifles and the optics we're using, we're probably going to be running 56 millimeter objectives or larger. Just about guaranteed you're going to be short on cheek weld. I believe that cheek weld is an important part of a precision rifle, so I'm going to have some kind of adjustable cheek piece if it doesn't fit me already. So in this kind of stock, we're going to order this stock with the cheek piece already built into it, or we're going to put one of our saddle style cheek pieces on it after the fact, and I'll show you one of those in just a minute. Here's an integral cheek piece on a Manners carbon fiber stock, flushed in. It makes a nice slick looking cheek piece, and it doesn't add a ton of weight, but you're still going to add close to a pound by adding a cheek piece that has any kind of locking metal built inside the stock. By the time they bed it in, they get their hardware in there and get the cheek piece on it, it adds pretty close to a pound. Same with Macmillan and most of the other major stock manufacturers. If you add an adjustment, you add a pound. That's my rule of thumb. Here's another adjustable cheek piece with an adjustable T-nut on the side to run your elevation up and down. The detraction here is, while it's quick and it's easy to adjust, if you're a left-handed shooter shooting a right-handed gun, this thing's in your way with no provision to put it on the other side. Keep these things in mind. Now the last cheek piece option, this is the saddle style cheek piece that we make. And I prefer it, well, because we make it. We designed it to be what we wanted it to be. It adds 3 to 4 ounces to your gun. It's flushed off pretty well. You can adjust it quickly with a pair of coins, and it gets all the cheek weld I want. I've got an inch of throw in there. It's quick to get up and down, doesn't take up much space on the gun, and I can put it on almost any stock that's currently available in one or two models. So you can get it on an HS or a Macmillan stock like this that's a sporter contour, or you can get it onto an A-series stock if you want. Okay, let's talk about stock shapes for a second. Here we have pretty much a standard sporter stock shape. Pretty conventional layback to the pistol grip. It does have an adjustable cheek piece and a pretty standard forend. And if you're building a carrying weight rifle with a number 4 or 5 barrel contour, this would be right up your alley. Now, all the rage these days, there's a lot of people, as soon as we start talking about heavier guns and heavier optics, want to get into a stock where you're going to have a beefier forend and a bigger barrel channel. That's a must. You just have to do that. But a good number of those stocks have a more vertical pistol grip now, and that's fine. Some people like the vertical pistol grip, some people don't care for it. Fortunately, there's options to go either way. You can get stocks with a big fat barrel channel that have a standard pistol grip, but what was happening for the longest time is that you couldn't get a stock setup for a pack-and-weight rifle that had a good square pistol grip, a good straight up and down pistol grip, without having this hand hook in the back and without having a big fat forend. Some people like the hand hook to be used in this kind of manner, and some people don't. I'm one of the ones that doesn't care for that because I don't shoot often like that. If you do, that's a great feature, but I don't. I run a rear bag under the back of the gun a lot, so this just interferes with my ability to run a rear bag. I would much prefer a standard taper on the back to be able to adjust elevation and windage with my bag. Now, for those of you that like the more vertical pistol grip, like a conventional shape in the back of the stock, and need a little more forend for a bigger barrel, but don't want the massive forend that, say, an A5 Macmillan stock has, Macmillan has come out with Game Scout and the Game Warden series stocks, and they are more conventional in the back, a standard A-series styled pistol grip in them, and an A-series shaped forend, but not as wide, while still allowing a pretty fair barrel channel in it. So it's not going to take an 1.25 inch straight no taper barrel, but it'll take a pretty husky barrel, quite a bit bigger than Sendero profile even. And it's not a super heavy stock as long as you don't get the adjustment built into the back of it.
You stopped.
Yeah, I see.
Hey! Dropped him. He's rolling.
I see him. We're going to go right over there for yours anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
Just see if he goes down into those rocks. Okay, must have stopped short of the rocks.
Yeah. Nice one.
Okay. Okay. 510 yards, 338 Terminator. Just folded him up. Ty was running the camera for me. Tyler just shot one like 5 minutes ago, right down below that. We got to go over there anyway, so we're going to go over and recover a couple deer. Dan and Dale are out recovering one. Boy, it's just been a bumper crop day today. Last couple days of late buck season here in Idaho, and boy, we got some packing to do now.